RavenQuest BioMed, Inc. is a diversified, publicly traded cannabis company with divisions focused on cannabis production, management services and consulting, and specialized research and development. RavenQuest is a licensed producer with facilities located in Markham, Ontario, and Edmonton, Alberta. The company maintains a research partnership with Montreal's McGill University, focused upon cultivar recognition, plant stabilization, and yield maximization of the cannabis plant. RavenQuest BioMed, Inc. is listed on the CSE and trades under the ticker symbol RQB.
Joining me now is George Robinson, CEO of RavenQuest BioMed. George, how are you doing?
Doing awesome today. Glad to see you again and glad to chat with you.
Yeah, you bet. It seems we've got a bit of a delay. Where are we talking to you from today?
I'm in Vancouver today, so I'm actually back in my office here.
Okay, well that would explain why it's so slow. You're so far away. George, RavenQuest recently announced that you're going to provide management and consulting services to Bonafide Holdings Corp. I didn't realize that consulting was one of the business lines of RavenQuest BioMed, sorry.
Yeah, we've had it. Actually, it was the first set of companies that we rolled into my public body, RQB, from my private companies that I ran prior to starting RavenQuest. So we actually had, at the time, 49 clients, and now we have 79 clients that we consult to, anywhere from application development to full design of their facilities and helping them with licensing, and like Bonafide, helping them through any one of the processes that they might be struggling with, whether it be growing, drying, or security. It's been a big part of our business for me since 2010, and a big part of our business here at RavenQuest.
Sure. Is Bonafide Holdings a First Nations-oriented cannabis company?
No, they're actually a private company, a licensed producer based in Winnipeg. I actually started with them in May of 2014 and started out helping them back at that time build their security system. But as they started to realize the other skills, talents, and attributes we have in our consulting team, we started helping them with everything from SOP development, quality control, and growing and building layouts. So they've been there for a while, but a new management team came in a while ago and pushed many of us out, and we're now back in under a different kind of circumstances, but helping them get their business back and get the trust of the regulators and the community back on side.
Right. Okay, so but RavenQuest business model was in some way, shape, or form involved with assisting First Nations groups wanting to get into cannabis, get through that last mile. Is that still part of the program?
Yeah, big part of the program. Since the last time we chatted, we've now have another nation that's working with us. We have a group called Alexander First Nations, and we have a bunch more that we're working with them from a consulting perspective on getting their Cannabis Act written. And once their Cannabis Act is written on their own nation, we'll be able to move that into more formal agreements on helping them through application and then right through to building, design, and construction.
Now, First Nations applicants for cannabis licenses get to partake in the Navigator Program, which supposedly fast tracks them to the front of the line in the application process and gives them preferential treatment. Is that accurate?
You know, I think that's what happens, but I don't think that's what Health Canada would say at all. I think what really is actually happening is that they have a group. Last time I chatted with them, there's about 10 people in the group that actually takes a look at these Indigenous community-led applications. And I think that somewhat streamlines it because there's very dedicated resources. But I don't think they'd ever say that there's a fast track in place for it, but that's essentially what's happening.
Hey, George, this is, my name's Howard Glassman. I don't know if you can see me. I'm here hanging out with James. I really know pretty much absolutely nothing about investing in cannabis, but I did have a question for you. On your next appearance, would you wear the Star Wars hat that we can see in the shot there in the back? There it is. That's a boy. There you go. Now you look like you're part of this crew. Right. Well done, George.
in an effort to get this back into some semblance of seriousness, George.
See how quickly he did that, though? Everyone just wants to have fun, George.
I know. Girls just want to have fun. Okay, so, George, it's interesting to me that this bonafide, you came in, you helped them out, you became the CEO, and then they moved away from you. Why would they do that?
Well, sometimes you get different changes in executive leadership teams that decide that they want to bring in their own people that will drive the business forward. And, you know, I'm probably one of the most pragmatic CEOs of any, at least in the cannabis space. So sometimes I say things that people just don't want to hear, but it's the truth. You have to stay absolutely 100% compliant and stay in the business. Important part of the message, and maybe they pushed us away for a bit.
Okay, George. That signal is a bit broken up there. We didn't really catch that, but I'm going to just pop you another question here. What big catalyst can we look forward to coming up for RavenQuest investors in the next quarter here?
Yeah, so a couple of things really quickly. I've got all our paperwork in, all of the questions from Health Canada on our sales license for Markham, Ontario. We're just waiting for them to click the paperwork and send us out our full sales license for that site. And then our Edmonton facility is, again, we went through the core and the evidence package, back and forth on a couple of questions I had, no questions as of late. Those are the two main catalysts. But our agreement that we've now put in place with Dutch Passion, we've kind of cornered the market a bit on genetics coming out of Holland. So those are three big catalysts that are helping out right now.
Okay, George, we're going to leave it there for now. The signal, unfortunately, is not cooperating with us today. Come and see us when you're in Toronto next. Thanks for joining us.
George, nice hat. Thank you, sir.
Okay.